Hello friends, hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about the 4 attributes that wealthy clients care about when they are buying the home healthcare services that you provide. Now, these 4 attributes apply to any services that rich people purchase. So whether it's landscaping, because rich people have so many things that need to be taken care of because they've got so many liabilities. So they might need landscaping for their mansion, somebody to come fix the roof when it's leaking, or they might need remodeling for their house, hiring a contractor. They don't just hire anybody, okay? They're not just gonna pull a contractor from the street, if they don't meet these 4 criteria that I'm about to list out. Number 1, trust and discretion. Whether these rich people are famous or not, they still care about trust and discretion. Because let me tell you what happens when you get to a certain level of wealth. You start getting problems that a lot of people, average people, do not have, such as haters. A lot of haters. The last thing a wealthy person wants is somebody who's going to be running their mouths in the neighborhood, talking about what kind of arguments have been happening in the house, who's coming in and out of that crib. They don't want that. So if you, as a home healthcare provider, you're sending over caregivers that like to run their mouth or gossip, they're not going to hire you for the job. Because they know if they have somebody come around their space, they don't just allow anybody in that space. They might get robbed of something crazy like that. Because people are not that nice, especially when the economy is taking a massive nosedive. Things start getting weird. People get envious, jealousy and envy, my goodness. And these rich people know these things. They don't want somebody who's going to tell everybody how many cars are in the driveway, how much jewelry is in that house, where the safe is. Oh, no. In fact, over here in Africa, labor is not that expensive. So we have a lot of domestic staff. We had hired somebody last year to babysit the kids because I got 2 kids. And this person, she was a gossip. So we found out indirectly that she was, running her mouth about what's going on in this house. And my wife wasn't happy about it. So, she confronted her and she didn't fire, my wife didn't fire her, but she confronted this babysitter and the babysitter ended up just quitting because the confrontation got heated and she couldn't handle it. What I'm saying to you is that wealthy clients that you're going to be pitching for your home healthcare services, do they trust you? They need to know that they can trust you. And if they don't trust you, they will never give you that contract. Number 2, top tier communication and customer service. This part right here, a lot of people struggle with. I'm not just talking about regular communication. I'm talking about next level communication. Anticipating what the client is going to want to know before they even think about it. For example, simple things like medications. If the medications are about to run out, the caregiver that you have hired needs to be over communicating that information. That, hey, I noticed that this patient has a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks, but the medication that they have only lasts a week. Alert somebody about that. What if the patient goes a whole week without their medication? That's a big problem. I just gave a simple example, but this starts with the first impression that you give out to these clients. If your communication skills are not good in the sales process, in the assessment process, there's no way they're going to hire you for the real thing, especially when you're asking for the big money. Why should they pay you $15,000 a month if you can't even communicate right during the sales process and the assessment process? There's no way they're going to hire you. Number 3, flawless, detail-oriented work. Attention to detail, attention to detail. A lot of people struggle with this. And it starts with you being organized at home. Because we're creatures of habit. Whatever we do at home, we tend to take it in other places. For example, if you're the type of person that doesn't make your bed in the morning, that means you're not going to make the patient's bed when you're at work. It's something so simple like making your bed. Make that a habit. Even things like working out. How are you going to have the energy to lift a patient that needs to be lifted out of bed to walk to the bathroom. If you're out of breath already, if you don't work out, if you don't take care of yourself, flawless attention to detail. How do you put yourself together? Because you're a walking billboard. If you dress scruffy, your hair is not done right, and I'm not talking about weaves, by the way. That's not what I'm talking about. Especially ladies, you might think that, oh, I need to have the most expensive weave. No, that's not necessary. Most of these wealthy clients, all they care about is how you put yourself together. Weave or no weave. How do you put yourself together? Do you have a uniform that's clean? Are your shoes clean or dirty? These are the little things that wealthy clients look for. They'll look at simple things like that. They'll communicate volumes about the level of service you'll be delivering to them. Number 4 is availability and responsiveness. Now, I do understand right now we have an epidemic of caregivers that are not available, they're not responsive, some are not even showing up to work. And I get it, because I've been looking at some of the rates that these caregivers are getting paid, $15 an hour, $18 an hour. I mean, even I wouldn't show up to work for that. If you're a home care agency and you're employing caregivers, I think you should be starting them at $50 an hour, to be very honest with you. At least $50 an hour. If you don't know that you can pay your caregivers $50 an hour, I need you to go watch the video I just did about Cardi B and how much she spends on her babysitter, her driver, and the person that teaches her kids how to play piano. Go watch that video. And so you can understand that you need to be charging more so you can pay these caregivers more money. Because if you're making, let's say, $100 an hour, that's on the low end here, of course you can afford to pay your caregivers $50 an hour. Of course you can. Because $15 an hour, even $20 an hour, that's like slave wages right now. In this economy, when eggs are going for almost $10, those are slave wages, guys. Availability and responsiveness only comes when you pay your caregivers what they're worth and what this economy is demanding. Inflation is out of control, and there's no way. And they won't tell you, by the way, if you're a home care agency owner right now and you're paying your caregivers these low wages, I'm talking about low wages to me is below $50 an hour. If you're paying them less than $50 an hour in this economy, they will not tell you why they're not available, why they're not being responsive. They're not picking up their phone. But I know why, and I'm telling you, it's because you're not paying them enough. Go watch the Cardi B video so you understand. I hope you got some value from this video. If you're interested in working with the best, this means I'm going to teach you how to level up, increase your value, so that when you are selling to these high-end, wealthy, rich clients, you can sell to them with the utmost confidence. You can start to demand the rates that you actually deserve in this economy. So I'll teach you how to do that. I will give you my script. I've been working on this script for like 4 years now. If you schedule time, I'll put a link in the description of this video. If you schedule time, I'm going to give you that script. I'll pretend like I'm a rich guy. You try and sell me. If you can pass my sales training, by the time you get in front of these rich folks, you can close a deal. 10, 15,000. Easy. You can do it. Schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I'll talk to you soon.